Hey, good. Actually, it's actually morning time. And I don't usually go live in the morning. So let's get adjusted here. I've got some interesting information for you today, and I really am inspired to share with you what God has kind of put on my mind and on my heart. So I've had a lot of response to the training that I did last night on understanding the capstone to greatness, which is gratitude. And today, I'm usually used to doing this at night. So what I'm going to do today is literally I'm going to share with you what you can do to disease-proof your body. And here's the thing. If you're a newcomer to my training, just type yes, type where you're from. I'm grateful for you. And I'm going to share with you exactly what I'm going to talk about right now. Because if you don't want to be here and you're one of the people who are like, come on, get to the point, this is for you, okay? We're talking about disease-proofing your body. We're talking about the three things about boosting your alkalinity, understanding what to eat, and dealing with your emotions. If that does not resonate with you, then I kindly invite you to leave. If you want to be here, then I am grateful to serve you, and I'm going to do that at the best of God's ability through me right here, right now. So without further ado, I have my computer open. I am completely willing, ready to receive any questions and any feedback that you have. My invitation for you is to open your mind. Give yourself permission to receive what I'm sharing with you. Allow me to support you. Make a decision to trust me and follow my advice. And when you do, almost magically, things will happen in your life for your benefit, for the benefit of the people around you. And here's some body language. I'm willing to see differently. Okay, we're going to talk about a lot of amazing stuff. I never fully know what's fully going to happen. I just know that I'm going to show up. And I've only got 30 minutes, so really I've got 27 minutes and 45 seconds. So if you have not connected with me before, connect with me on thinkgreatloseweight.com. Make sure you hop on our email list. That way I can send you the replays. That way I can send you my notes. I will go back and type up the notes that I have right now for those of you that are going to be catching my replay. And here's the deal. If you are not watching my broadcast right now, meaning currently, which is 10:48 on Friday morning, June the 24th. If you're not watching it at that time, that means you're catching me after live, meaning I'm not live. So here's the thing. I respond and communicate with all of my people that watch my trainings all week long. We have open dialogue and conversation every day. So if you are watching this after that, I will get to your comment as soon as possible. If it's nighttime, obviously I'm asleep. You have my commitment to fully support you and to get back to where I can answer your questions and make sure that you are supported correctly. So here's that is awesome. So someone just called right in the middle of my broadcast. So let's go ahead and get to the point right here. And let's get to my information. So if you feel inclined, please share. And I appreciate you because here's the thing. I've been blessed to support over 60,000 people. I've been blessed to have over 100,000 hours wrapped up into the stuff that I'm going to be sharing with you for free. My invitation to you is just to please just share my information because I never know who it's going to help. I know for a fact I've seen miracle after miracle after miracle happen, and it was only because I was willing to share the information. Hold on, let me turn my fan on. Awesome. So let's get into my information right now, okay? So the first thing that we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about alkalinity, or we're going to talk about pH. pH is very important. It stands for possible hydrogen. And one thing that you must know and understand is this. In order for your body to thrive, it must be slightly alkaline. You can Google it. Your body's going to function best at a 7.4 is what Google says. So anywhere from a 7 to a 7.4 is ideal function pH for you, okay? Very important because what pH means is it stands for this. pH stands for the amount of oxygen that's present in our body, and this is important. So you have acidity on one end, you have alkaline on the other. Acid means there is no oxygen, meaning lack of oxygen. The best thing that I could share with you and the best thing that I could tell you that is acidic is think about a swamp. Think about a swamp where the water doesn't move. Think about how murky, how muddy and just how mucky and disease ridden that water actually looks, and the feeling that you get off of it, that's acidic, lack of oxygen. Now, the direct opposite of that is alkaline. Alkaline means presence of oxygen. So here are some examples. This right here is an alkaline smoothie. This is my green vegetable smoothie. It looks amazing. Look how green it is. It has tons of amazing nutrients and life-giving phytonutrients and chemicals and fiber. And so let me tell you what's in here, because if you're talking reversing diseases, this is key, okay? There's half a cucumber in here. It's one of your most alkaline vegetables. Remember, that means lots of oxygen. That is a pH booster or an alkalinity booster. I also have a lemon in here for taste, which also has some very good antibiotic effects. And it also is very low on sugar. Now, one thing to understand is that cancer is an obligate glucose metabolizer. That is an obligate glucose metabolizer, which is a long word for this. Cancer loves sugar, and it loves processed sugar and junk food sugar. Fruit sugar is different. It reacts different. It is created differently. It affects our body differently. So just understand that. And the reason why I'm using a lemon is because it has a very minimal insulin spike. Okay, and we talked about that about some of my other trainings, right? So here's what else is in here. There's some baby chard in here, some baby spinach, there's some kale, and there's some Swiss chard. Now, Swiss chard is very important. It's known as the valedictorian of vegetables because of the amount of phytochemicals and nutrients that it has in it. Tons of micronutrients, very important. If you're fighting off illnesses and looking to disease-proof your body, my nose keeps itching because this is all I can. That's all body language stuff. You ever sit me here and do this? Like, God, that guy's got a lot of boogers. It's not boogers, it's body language. So I'm going back and forth, itching my nose, and my body's saying, yes, I can do this. So that's why that's going on. And I apologize if it gets annoying, and if it doesn't, that's okay. Can't help it. And I choose to continue. So let's do it. So green vegetable smoothies are extremely important for alkalinity. All right. Now, it's very important to understand what type of foods that you're eating, what you're putting in your body, what type of electromagnetic pollution is around you. So when I say electromagnetic pollution around you, like I literally have my phone I'm on right now, I have my computer, my laptop, I have a lot of digital equipment around me that is putting off signals that is directly going through my body, just like a radio frequency would be. Okay, now here's the thing. These frequencies impact our physical well-being. What's up, Audrey Nicole? These impact our physical well-being. And it's very important that you understand that. And it's more important that you have gadgets like these. And I have a Q-Disc on my phone, and we're going to talk about these. It's important that you have ways to minimize or mitigate the electromagnetic pollution, because these will impact you. What's up, young lady? I appreciate you hopping by. Hey, Audrey, will you share us? It's funny because there's not many people on right now because I typically don't do trainings at 10 a.m. That's okay. I felt inspired, so I figured I would share. And God will put whoever needs to be on here to hear, and whoever will catch the replay will get it, right? So we're talking about environmental toxins. We're talking about pollution. We're talking about electromagnetic frequencies from cell phones, from Bluetooth, from Wi-Fi, from satellite towers, from airplanes, from all kinds of stuff, from your meter box outside your house. So here's a story for you. Like, I have this little thing called a Q-Disc, meaning Q/DISC, Q-Disc on my phone. Share my broadcasts, the one you're on right now, please. So a Q-Disc is a little device. It's a little sticker. It's about that big that you literally, okay, awesome. It's a little bitty thing like this, a sticker that has tons of pyramids in it. Now here's the cool part, right? Pyramids take energy and they transform it into a useful format. So when I'm on my phone and that Q-Disc is on the back of my phone, meaning the information that's coming to my phone so that I can communicate through whoever I'm talking to, all of those electromagnetic frequencies, the Q-Disc will take all of those and it will put them into a harmonious energy signature that does not affect my nervous system. Very important. Like, I am dyslexic. I didn't know I was dyslexic until I was 33. I'm 38 years young. And when this was shown to me, wow, huge impact. And I have found, working with over 60,000 people, that literally about 60, maybe 70% of the people that I come into contact with are switched or are dyslexic, which means their wiring is off or backwards. Now, I've done some trainings on this before. It's super simple to check for, and it's super simple to reverse temporarily when you understand the tool or the tactic. We will not get into that one today. I do have that one on file on YouTube where you can pick up a lot of my trainings. We will talk about that further though. So understanding that electromagnetic frequencies do make a difference. They do make a massive difference when you have electromagnetic pollution. So understand that that is one thing that for sure can impact your ability to thrive and to disease-proof your body. Okay? So we talked about necklaces. We talked about Q-disc. Let's talk about this, okay? Now, in my opinion, here's how I think disease is able to set in. In my opinion, and you more than likely will agree if you follow or connect with me, is that we are spiritual beings living a physical experience. If you agree with that, just type a yes. Let's start with that. If you agree with the fact, or at least my opinion, that we are spiritual beings living a physical experience, just type a yes for me. And I'm going to drink a little drink. Awesome. Thank you, Audrey. So, now that we're in alignment and we are moving forward in the position of we are spiritual beings living a physical experience, here's what I invite you to consider. Whenever a disease shows up, or whenever an illness shows up, or whenever a symptom shows up, here are some things to consider. Wherever this shows up, and whatever symptoms show up, and wherever the location is on our body, it's important to understand that that is initially created by some emotional experiences. Now, they are either conscious, more than likely, they are subconscious, which means underneath our mind and your awareness. Where the symptoms show up at in your body is indicative of what emotional belief system, yeah, that's right, body language, what emotional belief system is operating. Now, this is very important. This is a very pivotal, this is the crux of the whole matter, okay? Our Western medicine system is not designed to understand emotions. And honestly, they do not even believe emotions has anything to do with why people get sick. They basically will treat your symptoms, which does not solve the root of why it's actually showing up. So my invitation to you is to be open-minded, is to take what I'm sharing with you, do your research, allow us to support you specifically with the truth. Because there are a lot of clients I've had in the past and people that I hear about that go to the doctor and they're trying to get fixed or get well or whatever. And the doctor's like, well, we don't know what's wrong with you, but we're just going to put you on some prescriptions to help aid with the symptoms that you're having. And my invitation to you is this. If you plug into the information that we share consistently, if you give yourself permission to be comfortable being uncomfortable, if you constantly give yourself permission to expand versus contract, if you allow your heart to lead you and you understand that getting back to nature through nutrition, through mindsets, through word choice, through understanding environmental toxins, when you understand this information, you are empowering yourself with the truth to disease-proof your body. I have made the commitment that I will be on our planet for 120 years. I have a lot to do, and God and I have lots of stuff to do, and I firmly believe and am convicted that I will live basically in great health and well-being all the way until it's time for me to go elsewhere. My invitation to you is to make a commitment to figure out what specifically works for you. and then align yourself with the information and the wisdom that's going to allow you to create that in your life. And here's the thing, like if you're not consciously taking care of yourself today, meaning you're not conscious of the water you're drinking, you're not conscious of the pollution of the air, you're not conscious of the foods that you're eating, you're not conscious of your emotions, you show up reacting all the time consistently in your life. I understand because I used to be the same way. And my invitation to you is to wake up. Wake up and understand that everything that is in your life you have created in some way, form, or fashion, consciously or unconsciously. My invitation to you is to wake up. Wake up and understand that there's people in our society, in our upper levels of government that do not care about you, that do want you and I dead. The majority of the population, the shit that's going on in our food, the stuff that's being sprayed in our air, the stuff that's in our water, it is there on purpose. And my invitation to you is to understand that and to step into your highest choice. This is the only way you will disease-proof your body is by taking the bull by the horns and arming yourself with the truth and with the knowledge that God has already created for us. And this is exactly what I'm sharing with you today. Okay? So let's get into more specifically on emotions because you're spending a lot of time saying nothing. Plus, the Bible said the typical lifespan of a person is 65 years. Yeah, well, that's your opinion, my friend. And perhaps this maybe isn't the place for you. And I love you. And I've read multiple times for 120 in Scripture, bro. So it's all good, man. I love you and I vote your victory. And if you don't want to be here, you can gladly excuse yourself. So let's talk about emotions specifically. Now, this is important because you heard me talk a lot about this last night. And if you followed anything that I said last night, you'll know that I talk a lot specifically about body language. And one of the most important parts is understanding exactly what your body is actually telling you, which is key. Because if you don't know what your body is actually telling you, then you can't actually make changes, which is really going to be ideal. There's a lot of people who are reacting specifically off of experiences that don't have any idea as to why or when they actually started this process. And with body language, you can actually understand what's going on. You can understand what emotion is functioning, and you can actually make a shift immediately. And your body will tell you through body language, like, I will, or I can, or I'm seeing differently. Like understanding the information that's available is a huge advantage to understand when you're off your mark or when you're not on your mark. And you can make a shift and actually make some adjustments, okay? So let's talk about this. So some emotions to be really mindful of that are very detrimental if they are not dealt with, and understand that emotions are good for us. They're part of our body. They're part of how God designed us. So when you understand that and what's up, Lori? And understand that they are not bad for you. They're there as to help you squeeze the juice for the most part out of life to really enjoy the most of it, because emotions is really what allows us to be human beings. We're the only things on the planet that actually have emotions. So they're designed for a specific purpose. So giving yourself permission to feel your feelings is extremely potent and extremely important, okay? So here are a few emotions that can be very detrimental to you. First ones are resentment, which is going to affect your liver. Unforgiveness, which will affect your kidneys and your kneecaps and body language world. You've also got anger, which is going to affect your thyroid. So making sure that you understand when these things show up and what to do to resolve them is going to be a huge factor into how well you're going to be able to thrive, into how well your health is going to be able to sustain, and what you're going to be able to literally create in your life. So let's talk about a few different things. So here we go. So specifically, let's talk about stomach, okay? So when stomach shows up and when your stomach is tight, that's fear. Not wrong. Just understand, like, that's gold. That's literally the blessing. Like, when a symptom shows up, that's literally giving you the opportunity to reunite and reconnect with yourself, which is very important, because most people that I have experiences don't love themselves and they are completely disconnected, which is not good, and it's just the fact of the matter. So, and it's okay. So the most important part is, what do we get to do to reconnect with ourselves? Because if you are functioning in your full I am that I am presence, disease is not even an option for you. Suffering is not an option for you. Lack, scarcity, and survival is not an option for you because God does not exist in those planes. And that is not how he created us to exist. So when we understand that and we have some tactics to use, we can literally reconnect immediately and step back into our full purpose. And that's what I'm inviting you to do today. Okay? So here we go. So you heard me talk about stomach. Stomach equals fear. Your chest and your throat equals sadness. Okay? And your back and your neck equals anger. Now, you may be asking, Brian, what exactly does that mean? Here's exactly what that means. That means at any second during the day, you can check in with your body and you can see exactly what your body is saying, specifically by zoning and scanning. I would be sitting there, let's just say I'm sitting here in my office like I am right now, and I'm checking in with myself to see what I feel and how I'm functioning. I easily could check in and say, all right, well, my stomach's not tight. That means my body is not circulating or filtering off of any fear. The second one is your chest and your throat. Well, maybe my chest and my throat is tight. All right, well, that means I have some sorrow. Okay, it's good to know. Because unless I can quote unquote name a thing or an emotion, I can't change it. I will therefore continue reacting off of it, right? So sorrow is chest and throat. Our back and our neck is anger. So here's the most important part. Like, this is really the goal right here. It's never about what's wrong. It's always about what's returning to you. Okay, I'm going to say that again. It's never about what's wrong, because then we're automatically in condemnation. Instead, it's about what is returning to you. Most important part. So for example, what's returning to me if I'm feeling fear? My fear turns into my courage and my faith. If I'm functioning in sorrow, my sorrow turns into my joy. If I'm functioning in anger, anger means my forgiveness is returning to me and me reclaiming authority in my life. And those are huge, because those, I've had that happen too. And Audrey made a very good point. Like, being emotionally literate is key, because there's times when I thought that I was angry, but it wasn't angry. I felt sorrow first because somehow I had gotten rejected, and anger was a protective mechanism that I reacted off of, unconsciously, unknowing, until I was able to decode what my body was saying by using body language and being truly authentic with myself and just stating what is versus what I would like to choose and what I would like to experience. You must be clear with where you're at first before you can make that shift, because if not, then you're not functioning in your current reality. If you're not functioning in your current reality, then you can't shift anything, because you currently don't even have a grasp of where you're functioning at. And it's completely okay. And look, everyone's on their perfect journey. And whatever, the guy who was just on Ryan Sam, somehow I triggered him. And that's okay. And I understand that. And I love you, bro. And I know it's not me. It's more than likely you. We gladly, man, if you want to talk after this, I'll be glad to have a conversation with you. And maybe we can come to a conclusion of why and what and all that fun stuff. And maybe we can create an awesome relationship. If not, I'm okay with that too. So have an amazing day. So let's get into some nutrition right now. We've literally got about 6 minutes, 45 seconds. And here's the thing. Unless you deal with your emotions, nutrition is not going to work. You get to figure out what it's going to take for you to get back into loving yourself. You must get back into loving yourself. And honestly, that's a difficult challenge for a lot of people. And here's the deal. Like, here's the question for you of the day. If I ask you, do you love yourself? Like, what's your statement? Like, what's your answer? Anything other than yes is no, most importantly. So understanding that is really super crucial to help you to be really effective. Because if you're not loving yourself, then everything you do is off your mark. And it's not wrong. It's about understanding, asking yourself. I give myself permission to remember, like, when I fell out of love with myself. I give myself permission to remember when I fell off my mark. A lot of you know my story. I was suicidal in my early 20s, and honestly, I did not reconnect with myself until I was 32. What? A long time. A lot of sabotage. A lot of living my less than highest choice life. A lot of thoughts that created sabotage. A lot of experiences that slowed me down and almost killed me. Like, a lot of stuff. So if you're not connected and you don't love yourself, that is number one. And look, here's the deal. I'm totally committed to you and your highest choice. And here's the deal. If you are not committed to your highest choice, there's nothing myself or God or anyone can do for you. You have to give yourself permission, and you get to give yourself permission to be your highest choice. And what that means is you must be willing to be uncomfortable. Give yourself permission to be uncomfortable. Give yourself permission to be comfortable being uncomfortable, which is even better, because the only way you're going to grow and expand is by dealing with your stuff. Okay? And for a long time, I wasn't aware that that's what needed to happen. I'm totally willing and look forward to being uncomfortable, because I know what that means for me at this point in my journey. All right, so let's talk about some foods. Let's talk about your top 3 foods. So most importantly, when you're talking boosting your immune system, your glutathione is the most important innate immune system builder that we have. Like, a glutathione is very potent. Like, it's produced by our liver. It's a protein. I believe it's a protein. Chris, will you confirm that for me? And it's actually most important, like, to kind of give you an idea, like, if you take some vitamin C, which is an antioxidant, and you take one molecule of vitamin C can only kill 1 free radical. And there's literally like 24 with like 12 or 14 zeros behind it of the amount of free radicals that we take in. And just off the cuff, think about this. I have a Lululemon shirt on, which I love, but more than likely there may be some stuff in it that my body may not like. That may be some free radicals. Air that I'm breathing, even though I've got a brand new AC and vents, maybe some free radicals that I'm breathing. Food that I may be eating in certain places still may have some toxins and things in it. Your bed, you're laying in your bed. Your water, wow, your water has chlorine and fluoride and all kinds of stuff. So getting some type of filter on your outside water filtration system is a huge, I invite you to figure out something for you, and we can have some more questions for you offline, but making sure that you're understanding there's constantly stuff going on that is probably not going to be too super helpful for your immune system and for you boosting your ability to thrive. So be very mindful of what you're doing, what you're breathing, what you're drinking, what you're putting on, all that stuff, because all of that stuff matters. And here's the deal. It's about slide edge thinking. It's about what can I do right now of something that I do daily that I can make a smarter choice on that's going to make an impact now, but it's going to make a massive impact over a cumulative amount of time, like compound interest. Your water, your air, and your food, and your emotions are those 3 things. Speaking your words specifically, your words are creating your outcomes and creating your stress. Like, oh, well, I'm going to worry about that tomorrow is a very common statement. Instead of, well, I'm going to worry about that tomorrow, just say, well, I'll put some thought towards that tomorrow, or I'll invest some energy or some attention and some focus towards that tomorrow. Automatically, my body lightens up and I relax, which is really interesting. Okay, so your words will make a massive difference in how fast you can shift, how fast you can recognize when you're functioning in self-sabotage, and most importantly, what you get to do to change it. Okay, words, in my opinion, are just like air. Air you would die without immediately. Your words, you can tell by where someone's functioning at by how they are speaking, what they are saying, the internal dialogue that they have for themselves. So words is a big deal. Okay, so let's shift back into glutathione. Your top 3 glutathione foods, number 1 is asparagus, number 2 is avocado, and number 3 is broccoli. So if you're talking about disease-proofing your body, those foods need to be in there. Beets, unheated, uncooked, need to be in there. Garlic and ginger need to be in there. Reishi mushroom needs to be in there. There's a lot of needs to be in there, but most importantly, it's about getting back to eating a vegan and vegetarian lifestyle. What's up, Spencer? I'm not sure, bro. Has anybody else had any issues watching the last few live feeds? So vegan and vegetarian, I have found, and this is scientifically proven, that their lifespan definitely is longer than meat-eating individuals. And I still eat meat on occasions, and I've been fasting a lot. Like today, I had a green vegetable smoothie. I fasted today, I fasted yesterday, and I feel great. And I've also taken a lot of meat out of my diet, so I eat mainly vegan and vegetarian stuff. And honestly, I feel so much better. My body feels better. There's things that I still get to adjust with my blood work and my labs and stuff, but for the most part, I feel amazingly well. Okay, so using foods, understanding what foods you could put into your body is by far the most important thing that you could actually do, because when you understand what foods you can eat and what foods you can get from your grocery store, body language, I can. When you understand that information, you literally can make smarter choices. You can understand why you would eat beets. You can understand why you would eat cucumber. You can understand why you'd eat watermelon, or why you would eat asparagus, or why you would eat kiwis to reverse asthma, or why you would eat the avocado seed to clear plaque out of your arteries. Like, all this information and understanding why is huge to you thriving. Understanding what foods you get from your grocery store makes a massive difference in your well-being. Like, to kind of give you an idea, I haven't been sick in over 24 years. Like, I don't go to a doctor for being sick. I go to the doctor to get healthier so they can check my blood levels and my labs and things like that. So my encouragement to you is this. I know quite a few of you on here have already invested in yourself and invested in our nutrition program. So Audrey, what was your experience with our nutrition program? And Spencer, have you dug in yet? Like, what have you noticed, and how have you noticed some benefits in your life? And really, for those of you that are maybe catching the replay, or for those of you that may be on now that have been in the background that I haven't seen or spoken with because you haven't commented, it's completely fine. My invitation to you is this: like what's it costing you right now to not understand how to take the best care of yourself? Like, what's it costing you in food? What's it costing you in medical bills? What's it costing you in your energy? How is it costing you in your stress levels? Like, what kind of impact is it making in your ability to sleep? How is it making an impact in your ability to have the wisdom to take care of yourself? Awesome. The knowledge is exceptionally awesome. Yes, I agree. And it's not just because it's mine. It's just because I've seen it work so many miracles in people's lives. And my question to you is this, is if you have not invested in our program, I'm going to give you some smoking options right now to really give you an opportunity to invest in yourself. You're going to do it through me, and I'm going to invest back in you and give you your money tenfold back because of what you're going to be able to experience. So there's a lot of people that are already on here that have taken our nutrition program. And for those of you that haven't, I'm going to give you a special opportunity right now. And here's what you can expect. Our nutrition program is 6 hours long. It's all digital. You can stop it. You can do it. You can fast forward it. You can do whatever. And most importantly, it's going to take you through how to understand what certain foods do from the grocery store. So you understand why you would eat asparagus and what are the medicinal properties. You understand about different types of water and which ones are going to be most beneficial. You understand about kiwis and why they reverse asthma. Like, can you see the benefit of how this information would impact your life? Can you see the benefit of if you have kids and a family of how you can empower them to make massive differences in their life? That's the biggest deal why I do a lot of this, is to teach my daughter certain things and understanding so that she has the wisdom and the truth to set herself free from the medical system and from the people out there that have an active pursuit in making me be sick. Can you understand how this could benefit and change your life? If so, then I have an opportunity for you to do so. I'm going to leave a link in this post. What's up, Adam Jepson? When I cancel this post out and get done here in about a minute, I'm going to leave a link where you can literally go and you can enroll in our Nutrition Empowerment Series for 80% off. That's a total of $97. Now let's think about this for a second. You may say, well, Brian, that's $100. That's a lot of money. Maybe. I assure you this much. The first doctor visit you go to for getting sick, it's going to cost you $100 for sure. It's going to cost you a couple of days out of work. It's going to cost you feeling like crap. It's going to cost you not understanding what to do from the grocery store when you could easily go to the grocery store and invest $6 in asparagus, avocado, and a couple of other foods and understand exactly what to do. Avoid your doctor completely other than for checkups and him telling you how amazingly healthy you are. Also for you having more energy and feeling better and just understanding how to take better care of your vehicle. You do not get another vehicle. So when you think $97 in perspective, let's literally talk about it. What exactly is it costing you to stay the same? And I know if you're on my message and you're on my trainings, you are all about expansion. And where else can you get the type of value and information that we're sharing with you for $97? Nowhere that I'm aware of. I don't know anyone who talks about the information that we do and the way that we talk about it, and the information is how we present it and share it with you. I'm not aware of anyone else who does that. And I'm not saying that as a pat on my back. I'm saying that as here's your opportunity to invest in yourself. Here's your opportunity to take a $97 investment, which is typically a $499 program, and to make a massive impact in your life. And the only way it's going to happen is for you to trust me, for you to follow my advice, for you to listen to some of the people that are on here right now posting that are great family members for us. And we're super grateful for each of you. We're super grateful for you investing in yourself, because ultimately you have proof right here of the people who are actually doing it and what it's actually doing in their life. For $97 and 80% off for a limited time, you can have the wisdom necessary to empower you with the truth, reclaim your health, and ensure your freedom. Because if you don't take actions towards that, someone else is going to take it from you, and they are already in process of doing so. And by you not making a choice, you are agreeing with what they're doing to you versus empowering yourself and being a true creator with the information and wisdom necessary. So if you're looking forward to taking me up, I'm going to give you a couple of bonuses. What's up, Stacy? I'm going to give you a couple bonuses right now. Bonus number one, you get added to our closed Facebook group where you can interact with all of our amazing people that are on here right now, and you can share questions, and you can be supported by a group of people who are just like you that desire to be their best. Second thing, this is a freebie. I'm actually going to give you our free, it's actually not free, it's a $30 program. I'm going to give you our smoothie making video as a bonus, and only for the next 5 people, I'm going to give you a free 15-minute conversation with me where we can discuss whatever you want, whatever you choose to. And I'll be honest with you, humbly speaking, I see miracles happen in seconds to minutes every day with body language. 15 minutes is a long time. And you may be thinking, what is 15 minutes going to do? I encourage you and invite you to invest your $97, reach out to me and set your 15-minute appointment, and I'll show you exactly what 15 minutes will do for you. So have an amazing day. I'm looking forward to connecting with you, and welcome Miss Stacy. Hey Stacy, have you taken our Nutrition Empowerment Series? I think you have. But I'm going to close this video out now. I'm grateful for you. I just decided to do a spur of the moment training today. I was inspired to talk about a few things. Hopefully you got some good value out of it. Please share my video. Please share it with someone you love. I've seen so many miracles happen with people, and understanding the wisdom that God's blessed us to know and understand and share. Just please share it. That's all I'm asking for you, because I never know who I'm going to help. I never know who I'm going to help. And somehow, some way, I have people coming to me from all over the place, from public events that I go to, that people I don't even know. They're like, hey, is your name Brian Johnson? I said, yes, it is. And they say, man, I've been following your Facebook posts. I never post on any of your stuff. I never comment on any of your videos. And I just want to take a moment to let you know that what you shared with me on blank, blank, blank has made a massive difference in my life. And I'm like, oh, that is so amazing. And I'm so grateful for you actually telling me that, because there's times that I don't want to get on here and do these. Sometimes I'm in my head and I'm like, I don't want to do that. Nobody wants to hear that. And I get to push through it and get out of my own way and allow God to message through me. And that's exactly why these happen. This is exactly why we've continued to do this. This is exactly why I've continued to do this over the last 2 or 3 years, is to support and to share with you so you can use it first and you can experience the benefits, and then you can share it with the people and your loved ones in your life to help them, to have an ultimate ripple effect across the planet. My goal and mission is to serve 200 million people, which is a lot of people. And if you ask me how I'm going to do that, doing it right now by sharing with you and giving you the wisdom and the tools to make a difference in your life so you can actually share it with people in your life that you care about. And I appreciate you. I love you so much, and thank you. If I can chat with you anyway, or Ryan, if you're still on here and you made it this far, brother, I love you. And if I can chat with you, if you would like to chat, I'm totally open-minded to that. I'm going to leave my phone number now. So if you do decide to take me up on our 80% nutrition offer, for the first 5 people, I'm going to give you a free 15-minute conversation. So here's my number, 512-203-5598. Just text message me first. I appreciate you. Have an amazing day. And remember, if you don't make time for your wellness, you will make time for your illness. Bye-bye. I appreciate all of you. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.